One, it's Mistborn here, and today I'm going to be running through. There's going to be a couple of videos basically. Some showing you how to do runs, some going through generic sort of strategies and things to watch out for in a weak base and things you've got to focus. Now, I'm not going to promise this can be perfect, I'm still learning the game myself, but hopefully I can teach you all something, or at least show you ways to do certain things. Now, to start with, it's going to be sort of generic strategy, working out what your win conditions are, and things like that. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to identify what the strength and weakness of a base is. So let's just take this one that's here, for example. This here is a massive weakness. Having an arch tower way out there is a huge weakness. Because you can tank that, it doesn't do damage. You can either tank it or you can cloak past it, and then the follower has all of that time to generate rage if there is any followers coming in. That is a massive weakness. It might be a pain in the arse because it takes forever, but it's a massive weakness. Now, this next part here is a fairly solid island. It's very much a defend the flak island. Ice turret will do a bit reasonable damage, but basically it's entirely built around getting rid of that, defending the flak. If you can get rid of that flak, then essentially this entire part is irrelevant. There's a fire turret sitting there, but again you can dodge that. If you were going to attack this base, ideally you'd want to sand that, sand the blue mage, and take out any extra towers that you can. Once that's done, you're essentially home clear. I mean, look at this, look at right here, these towers here, they're weak. You could just walk straight through it. That entire base is built around that flak. You just have to get rid of that, whether it's a one-shot spell, whether it's desiccating sand, and just have the follower deal with it. If you get rid of that flak and then take your time with the rest of the base, you win. The only thing you'd want to watch out for is the farms are fairly strong as well, so you'd want something with a fair bit of damage either as follow-up or however. Just you'd make sure you wouldn't kill that tower there, so that you could generate rage, whether it's you or the follower, on the next one. Dragons, you'd probably want to attack it with, honestly, Necryx. If you could turn that tower off and a couple of the mages, either kill them or take them out, honestly, you've got yourself a really free run. Let's have a look at another one. Now, this is a fairly weak base because I can't actually spot any towers above 30. Oh, hang on, we've got a fire turret and an ice turret there above level 30, and a couple there. This is an incredibly weak base because there's no blue mage. You can literally shield that or cloak straight over it. Yeah, there's blue mages there, but here you've got all this time to do as much damage to any potentially risky towers that you can. Again, I don't like having these towers out there at the front. This adds nothing. None of this adds nothing. The strength is so spread out. So how you'd want to attack this, honestly, you could probably do it anyway. Like, I mean, having something with a shield wouldn't be bad for the main kill island, which is here. But there's not really much. I mean, you can, if you're at a level to attack this, I mean, there's not really much you could do wrong. He seems to really like ice turrets and fire turrets, which are the easiest thing in the world to dodge. So the strategy would be, get rid of that, blow spells on these to get rid of them, get rid of those, come around here, use a shield here if you need to, come around here, blow up the mages first, because the fire turret takes so long to shoot, then cloak or use a shield of some kind and take out the rest from there. And we'll do one more quickly just for the hire. Now, this is a really poor base design because if you get rid of that ice turret, you've now got time here. You could generate rage for any follow-ups. You want these back here, like up here, like the farms. Otherwise, they're towers that don't attack. You could kill one of those, leave that one or that one there, just sitting there to regen rage on your next follower. This is another one where the defense it's strong. If you haven't got something that can turn off towers, this is going to be an issue, because that is going to one bang you. That is going to take you out in a single shot. But if you can, if you can sand that, sand that, get rid of the fire turrets. There's not much there. If you were flying Necryx, for example, I'll quickly do a run. Hopefully no one joins. I didn't actually mean to push that, but let's go for this. I'm not even going. Oh, actually, I should do that. Now, I'm not going to follow up with this because this is just an example. They're not even particularly strong farms, but like literally, I can sit here and just get rage like that. Pop this, take those two off, turn those two off, turn that off, turn that off, turn that off, and then you can literally, there's no damaging towers left apart from Storm Tower, which with the greatest respect isn't that scary, but look at that. And now I'll follow this up in a second anyway. Yeah, we'll do that. And this is why you want your farmers far back, is because boom, 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 and I'm regenerating rage. I can literally sit here, no rush, just regen rage. That's it. We wander around the corner like that. Try and double tap them where you can. Get rid of that. It's just one of those things. Never, if you can avoid it, put a single tower. I'm going to miss that. Oh, am I? Nope, there we go. Necryx and Nemba. That's someone that's 80 levels higher than me almost, because the farm's around the wrong way. Don't get me wrong, defended, that'd be a different story, but it's just silly little things like that to watch out for. My base isn't perfect, but I've got absolutely nothing here, because if there is, they could dodge that, use that to rage. This isn't ideal. I should really swap that for either a storm or a fire flak, something like that. Maybe that as well for a storm, ice and fire flak. Storm and fire flak. But ideally you want no parts where there's not blue and red mages. If they get past this point, honestly, they've won on my island. But let's say, for example, you want to take out my base. You've got 3 high damaging towers. Dark flak's going to clap you, so if you go for that, it's going to kill you. You've got the fire turret as well, and you've got the ice turret. All 3 of those do damage. You can get rid of one, that's fine, but the rest are still going to hurt you. These are also relatively strong here, so it's going to be very difficult for you to just brute force all of these towers. You can turn one of these off, but you've still got 2 more damaging towers to deal with. You come around here, you've got a level 35 ice there that's going to do some damage. Storm Tower to keep things alive. These just literally to stop them using spells. The fire flak needs to be stronger. I'm working on that. And an ice flak because they can basically cover a lot of distance, so there's always going to be damage hitting them. And a group of lightning towers here that are again a bit low level, but once it's done they should be able to do that. This isn't ideal. I've not got enough mages and I've not got enough storm towers, but it's to give you an idea of what to look for. Honestly, if you were looking to take my base out, if you can blow these up and sort of take out that ice tower, you're probably through, because the rest of this is weak. I mean, if you get past that, you've won. The only thing that may stop them is the farms, but it's just a couple of things for you to keep an eye out for. Now let's quickly, again, we'll look at one more, go from there. Now this is a little bit better, but it has some glaring weaknesses. So you've got these here and the storm tower. What is that protecting? These two lightning towers for a level 188 are going to do no damage. You come around here, you sand any of that, you blow up those mage towers and sand something. You've then got ages to deal with this flak before it becomes relevant. And then you've got what? An ice turret, a trebuchet, and a trebuchet to deal with. Then you've got a bunch of cannons, which are going to do nothing. And you come around the corner, and there's fire turrets, which are going to be a pain in the neck if they hit you. But there's no blue mage. I could literally cloak straight over that and, you know, sand those, cloak straight over, and just do all that. That's quite a smart ice flak because you can stop someone casting spells, but that is too far back. That needs to be there. That needs to be at the front. Dark flaks have to be the first tower there because they're so short ranged, otherwise you're just inviting people to just blow them up before they can even do anything. You want, that's okay, ideally you'd want that a bit further forward, but having one mage is not good enough, because here, freeze, you can equip the freeze spell on any dragon. Those towers can't do anything. You then get an extra 4 seconds or so to just blow them up. Here, a freeze spell. Here, a single shield. And that entire section here, here and here is done. The most well protected part is here, but it's protecting level 26 and 27 lightning towers. Whereas here you've got level 35 dark flaks, level 37 fire turrets. It's those silly little things you want to look out for. But I suppose I've rambled on a little bit too much here. Those are some things you want to look out for. Is imbalanced mages, so having one mage, not two. Having dark flaks out of position, not in the front spot. Having lack of protection or focusing only on a single damaging tower like a dark flak. If you've got two mages, a storm, a dark flak and maybe an ice turret, you get rid of that dark flak, that base is useless, unless that's you're attacking way above your level. Having farms out of position, having towers way off in the distance here, like on the end of this long island, that are just sitting there doing nothing. You're giving them free rage. If you spot things like that, abuse it, don't just take it out. But that's it for me. I'll catch you guys in a bit.